there. I hope everything's okay with you and all those dear and near to you. Um, Take care of yourself, take care of others, and let's move on. Um, you see, today I'm going to talk about how to change habits, and I wrote a big description you can read. That's quite clear, but I'm not going to use that as a script today. Maybe because it's a little complicated to talk, but to read, I think it's okay. It's not really easy to change habits. You probably know, and most of the crisis today is because people they have bad habits, and it's difficult to change. It's difficult to wash your hands all the time. It's difficult to not go closer to people you love or people you like. It's not easy. Hmm? And why? First, let's understand there is a internal process that works. Something happens, I respond, and my response is normally based on my experiences. Even when it's based on theory, it's still something that penetrates myself. It's there, it's in the self. So out of that experience, I start to think, I start to feel emotions about that. And then I decide what to do. So there is a process that's working until the decision comes, until I do something. And whatever I do becomes a new experience or corroborate, emphasize the former experience. So that's how it works. Habits are different. It's like they have a free pass. So when something happens, let's say you wake up, okay? So when you wake up and you get up, you just go and brush your teeth. You don't have thoughts about that. You don't feel emotional about it, okay? You just go and brush your teeth. Why? Because that's a habit. So it has a free pass. So the mind, the part that thinks and feels, doesn't work much. That's how habits work. And also, even the decision part is not working. You just go and do. So it's kind of an instinct that we create. Okay, the problem with change habits is that too, the change happens in the third part, the part of the decision, because decisions are changes. So, how to change a habit if the habit doesn't go through the decision making process? That's the trick. So, what to do? I give you 3 techniques there in the description, but here we'll just talk about one of them. And that's the one I work. Because I really don't believe, I'm sorry, but I don't believe in 21 days you can change a habit. You may change it, but then it will bounce back if there is an opportunity to do that. Just like now, okay, people are changing habits. But after the process, this big process we are going through ends, I'm sure most of them, they will go back to their former habit and they are not going to wash their hands the whole day. I mean, that's very difficult. I'll give you an example about the country I live, Colombia. When I came to live here, they were just going out of a big blackout they had to experience because of power shortage. And so everything in the evenings were closed. And during many years, that was how it was. Nowadays, it's different. I see many people, and I know at least one person, who is still keeping the same habits she got from that power shortage. So 6 o'clock, she's already home, and she's closed and everything is ready and she's probably in pajamas and so on. But most people know that doesn't happen. So that habit that changed, again it changed back. So this is why the third, this process I'm going to talk, which is one of the three down in the description, is probably the most effective. And it is to consider your life as a journey, as a personal journey. And the habits are things you pick on the way. You know, when you were in a journey, so I travel, or I used to travel, let's see, by plane a lot. So you pick habits, no? So, for instance, the way I pack, people laugh, but I just put things there on the floor. You know, I just pile things up. You know, even 1 week before they are there. Sometimes 2 weeks when the travel will be big. And then 1 or 2 days before, I just put them on the bed. I just arrange and I put them back in my bag. So it became a habit. It's there. So the same way, if you consider this life as a journey, so you picked some habits. But then when I'm not traveling, I don't use that system. And sometimes I travel and I don't use that system either. So it's mostly for long travels nowadays. What I want to mean is that you pick habits, and there you go. So instead of focusing on changing my habits, I focus on change myself. And that's the personal journey. It's a personal journey of knowledge, wisdom, meditation, contemplation, reflection. It's a personal journey that will take you very deep inside yourself. And so, if you do that, the change of habits will be organic, will be not forceful, will happen eventually. Because the habit can't work out if the environment is not there. You can't brush your teeth if you don't have teeth. Well, bad example, right? Or if you don't have a toothbrush, okay? You can't. So in the same way, try that. Try to focus on change yourself instead of habits. Okay? So this was a little longer, but I hope it will help you, because many of the habits we are getting now, they are very good. So maybe you can assimilate to your journey a few years more, maybe until the end. Okay, take care, and please, please, please be safe. Everything will work out. Bye bye. Take care.